and welcome to the latest episode of Beyond the Book. My name is Ashley.
And my name is Sarah.
And we created this video series for families who loved coming to storytime together and are looking for ways to continue using the library together as a family. We're going to explore how a book can inspire you to read, learn, and create together as a family.
So our highlight book today is called The Remember Balloons, and it's by Jessie Oliveros. And heads up, it's a tough one. This book, the themes are about Alzheimer's, dementia, and memory loss within your family. And like many books, it's a great way to start that conversation. This starts with a little boy, and he has some balloons, but he has more balloons than his little brother. And his parents have more balloons than he does, but his grandpa has the most balloons of all. And if you haven't caught on yet, these balloons represent memories and family stories. So his grandpa has shared with him stories about growing up, becoming a father for the first time, a grandpa, maybe a memory he has with a friend. Something really sad has been happening though, because the little boy is noticing that the grandpa is losing his balloons little by little, and the boy's not able to get them back. And one day, his grandpa has lost all of his balloons. This makes the boy angry and sad, frustrated, but his parents have some really good advice for him. They notice that the little boy has gained some of the grandpa's balloons. So they tell him, now they're yours to share those stories. So the very last page is him sitting with his grandpa, sharing those stories with him, which are new balloons all over again. So, really good story, hard to read. A great one to talk about this really painful topic with your family, but it's also a good one to just talk about family stories and how this could trigger an interest with your kids in the house that are wanting to know more about their family and wanting to know more about those balloons.
It is a sad book, but for me, it's also inspiring to learn some of those family stories so that I can hang on to some of those balloons. We've discovered that the library has a terrific resource called Stories for Life bags, and they're designed specifically for family members to connect with someone who is experiencing Alzheimer's, dementia, or memory loss. If you look in our card catalog, just look for Stories for Life, and you'll find over 40 different themed bags. Each bag has multisensory items because we know that all of the senses are going to trigger positive memories. I brought a couple examples today. There's a rural medicine themed bag that might be great for families who have doctors or nurses in the family. There's also a fall themed bag because fall is a great time to reminisce. And this one's really cool. It's a space race themed bag. So let's have a look at what's inside.
Let's open it up. Look at this.
Ooh.
Wow.
How cool. Awesome. So there's toys. And there's also books. There's a couple children's books. Tons of movies. And an extra cool item in this bag is a Life magazine from August 8th, 1969, which was just after the moon landing. So not only are there spreads from the moon landing with original photography, this is gonna trigger some amazing stories from what your parents or grandparents might remember from that time, but they also might enjoy looking at some of the ads. And it's entirely possible that someone in your family is not so interested in the moon landing, but really wants to find out who Prince Charles is going to marry. Perfect. Can you imagine picking up this magazine after 50 years of not seeing it and having all of those memories come to life? It's a really great resource.
And every single kit comes with a laminated resource to further the conversation also.
One thing that's especially helpful is there are some communication tips on how to keep connecting with someone who's experiencing Alzheimer's. So it might be something that your family is beginning to go through for the first time, and using something like this might be really helpful. It's a really great resource.
I love these kits.
The more time that you spend with your family, the more stories you're going to hear, and the more new names you're going to hear. And like me, you might be wondering, who are these people and how am I related to them?
Well, I'm glad you said that because local history at the Library Center is there to help. So they have provided not only a place to go, but also the Ancestry.com on our library website. You can go on there yourself. And as long as you know some complete names, so first, middle, and last name, and some dates, but it can provide you with finding wedding announcements or birth announcements, maybe draft cards, maybe an obituary, maybe a census, some really cool stuff. And if you don't want to do it all by yourself, you can print out a form with those names and dates and take it into local history and they can help you do the same thing. And they have even more information there. So what things did you find when you search on Ancestry.com, Ashley?
Well, we know the name and approximate birth date of my great-grandmother, and we knew from family stories that she came over from Italy in 1910. And that helped me find the ship manifest for the SS Romantic. Ancestry.com is going to help you find the names that you're looking for, because as you can see, the handwriting is a little hard to read. But here she is. This is my great-grandmother, age 11, came over on the ship by herself from Italy. It's really pretty cool.
That is really cool. So I was able to find out something about my grandpa. There was a family story about that he tried to enlist in the Army and he was rejected twice, actually. And doing some investigations, I found one of his draft cards from 1939. And sure enough, there's a little code in the corner that says that he was not accepted. Now, the story is that he had some kind of rash or something.
I don't know.
I don't know. Just sometimes when you search some things about your family, you get more questions, but that just keeps the journey going and more detective work to do.
It's really pretty fun. And you might find that finding some of these family documents are kind of like finding a lost balloon.
Perfect way to put it. If you are interested in more resources, you can always check on our library website and find more books about dementia and memory loss, and also books just about finding your family ancestry and stories.
We hope you'll continue learning family stories with the help of the library. Thanks for watching today.